The story of swing or ping and kites or changa of Dasai. Why is swing a game that can be enjoyed year-round, reserved for Dasai? And why must you await the Dasai festival to fly kites, which are suitable for any windy day? What is the primary motivation for selecting Dasai or the autumn season for playing swing and kite flying? The origins of swing or kites in Nepal remain uncertain. The tradition of playing swing is associated with the belief that one should leave the ground at least once, which is why people engage in this activity during Dasai. However, there isn't a clear explanation for this. Everyone eagerly participates in kite flying during the season, yet the exact reason for doing so at this particular time remains elusive. It is intriguing to consider how swing, a game with a long history, and kite, which were first known in China around 200 BC, have become integrated into the traditions of our Dasai festival. When delving into the historical roots of a swing, we can trace its origin back to ancient Greece. Archaeological findings from the 5th century BC, such as clay pots featuring depiction of women and children enjoying swing, establish a connection between the game of a swing and Greek civilization, suggesting that it has been played for centuries prior to that time. The incorporation of swing, an ancient game, and kites originally flown in China around 200 BC into our Dasai festival tradition is a fascinating historical evolution to ponder. The historical records suggest that kites were introduced into Nepal and India with the arrival of Chinese pilgrims like Fai Yan in 460 Bikram Sambat and Yuan Sang in 757 Bikram Sambat. Yuan Sang in particular spent approximately 13 years in India and Nepal to study Buddhist philosophy. While the precise origin of kites in the region is not well documented, it is likely that the tradition of flying kites developed during this period, initially for practical purposes, like measuring distances and sending messages, before evolving into a popular recreational game. The popularity of swing during Dasai is also associated with the composition of Jayadev's Gita Govinda in the 12th century. While the character of Radha is entirely fictional in Gita Govinda, she is celebrated as a significant figure by religious communities. The depiction of Radha's discussion with her relationship with Lord Krishna, including the concept of Radha Krishna Jhula or swing, was introduced in this composition. As a result, the practice of swinging or playing swing became connected with Dasai and the broader cultural and religious celebrations in Nepal and India. The exact reasons for this connection may not be well documented, but could be attributed to the cultural significance and festive spirit of Dasai that led to the integration of various customs and traditions over time. Swing, in addition to its role as entertainment, also offers various health benefits. Engaging in swing helps keep the body fresh and energized. The physical activity involved in playing swing or ping activates and strengthens various muscle groups. Furthermore, the game contributes to improved digestion and enhanced mental agility. Overall, it provides both physical and mental well-being, making it not only a source of fun, but also a form of exercise and mental stimulation. The dynamic movement in swing involves pushing the body forward using the legs or with the assistance of another person. This interaction with gravity facilitates forward and backward movements during the game. What adds to the excitement is that every time you make an effort to move your body forward, there is an equal and opposite reaction, creating a thrilling and engaging experience. Flying a kite indeed provides a unique sensation of soaring through the air, which can be quite invigorating for the mind and brain. Kite flying enthusiasts experience a range of emotion during this activity. Watching someone else's kite soar high in the sky can bring joy, while seeing it fall can be a bit disheartening. The physical act of flying a kite promotes agility, and it's interesting to note that even elderly individuals appear nimble while engaged in this pastime. In the Nepali language, the word kite is sometimes used as an adjective to describe agility. The connection between these two, swing and kites, with Dasai becomes more apparent when we consider the timing of Dasai festival. The Indian subcontinent experienced 6 distinct seasons throughout the year, which each lasting for 2 months. Chaitra and Baisakh signify spring, June represents summer, August is the rainy season, October is Kartik and marks the autumn season, November is Hemanta, and March is another autumn season. Among these 6 seasons, autumn is often regarded as the most favorable. Autumn is a season that follows the rainy months of July and August, bringing a respite from the intense heat of summer. It features a mild and pleasant climate, making it an ideal time for various outdoor activities, including flying kites. The general autumn breeze is perfect for kite flying, which has likely contributed to the tradition of flying kites during Dasai. Moreover, the festive ambience of Dasai fosters family gatherings and celebration, providing children with more leisure time to engage in games and pastimes like swing and kites. Flying kites has become more accessible and convenient in recent times. Today, you can easily purchase kites of various sizes, strings and threads imported from neighboring countries in the market. It's a simple matter of buying the necessary materials and flying a kite. However, the process of preparing materials for kite flying was quite different and more involved several decades ago, about 50 to 60 years ago. In those times, people had to plan and prepare materials for flying kites well in advance for the actual activity. This process likely involved crafting kites from scratch, including designing and constructing them using materials like bamboo and paper. The preparation also extended to making or acquiring the special kite string and thread used for flying. These preparations took weeks or even longer, highlighting the significant effort and dedication people put into celebrating Dasai by flying kites in the past. The tradition of kite flying during Dasai was a vibrant and engaging affair in the past, especially for boys. Gathering together with great excitement, they would actively participate in the process of making kites and preparing for the day. Those who could not afford the materials would still join to watch the fun and festives. Each person had their role in this collaborative effort. One would provide the required Nepali paper, another would craft bamboo or nigalu sticks, and friends would work together to create thread and pendants. The process of making a kite involved several steps. They would cut the Nepali paper into a desired size, and then a thick bow-shaped bamboo stick had to be attached to the paper. In the absence of modern adhesives, rice or flour paste was used for sticking. The thread used for flying and for kite battles was made by grinding pieces of glasses into a fine powder, which was then mixed into flour and sugar to create a mud-like substance. This mixture was then spun into a strong and sharp thread, typically done by winding it around a temple or a tree. Before taking the kites to the sky, the boys would fly them briefly to ensure they were properly aligned. If a kite flew crooked, tilting to one side, they would straighten it by hand. When the fully prepared kite soared into the sky, it brought immense joy and exhilaration for the boys. Part of the excitement was a challenge from neighboring villages, where boys would compete to capture kites from one another. When a kite was caught and began to descend, the boys would sprint to catch it as it fell from the sky, even if it meant risking injury. This added another layer of fun to the already thrilling kite flying experience during Dasai. The tradition of flying kites in Nepal has a deep cultural and historical significance. It's interesting to note that the practice is believed to have originated from the farming communities' desire to pray to Lord Indra, the god of rain. Farmers would fly kites during Dasai as a way of petitioning Lord Indra to end the monsoon season, since their crops no longer needed excessive rainfall. According to folklore, kite flying was also associated with bird migration. Many birds used to get injured by kites during all season. To protect the birds, a request was made by them to fly kites after the monsoon ended. In addition, there is a spiritual aspect to kite flying. Kites are seen as a means to connect the earthly realm with the heavens, allowing people to communicate with their departed loved ones. This blending of agriculture, folklore, and spirituality has contributed to the enduring popularity of kite flying during Dasai in Nepal. Swing is a collective effort often prepared by elders. This game encompasses various aspects, both big and small, and holds a special place during Dasai. After a hearty feast, one often feels the urge to engage in swing, whether to work off the meal or simply to enjoy the game. The swing ground used to be a hub of activity where people not only fly kites but also engage in a playful teasing and banter, including flirting. The swing field was not just a place for kite flying but also a social space where people gathered to enjoy the festivities. It wasn't uncommon for couples to meet on the swing ground, leading to friendship, romance, and even marriage. And this way, the swing field served as a unique place for people to connect, socialize, and find what they like during Dasai festival. Nepal boasts various types of pings or swings, each with its unique design and play style. One such swing is the Linge Ping, which is set up by placing long bamboo posts on both sides and suspending a rope in the middle, ensuring it's equally tied on both sides. Linge Ping can accommodate up to 2 people, allowing them to take turns enjoying the swing. In some cases, this type of ping is constructed using a tree branch as the anchor for the rope. It offers a thrilling and fun experience for those who partake in it. The rote ping, also known as chakra ping, is an intricate swing setup involving 2 sturdy poles embedded on either side. 2 pairs of wooden structures configured in the shape of a plus are connected in the center and designed to rotate from that pivot point. This results in 4 individual swings, creating a fantastic play experience for many participants simultaneously. Building such a swing requires a considerable amount of time, numerous hands to assist in its construction, and a substantial amount of materials. While rote ping may not offer the same thrills as Linge Ping, it remains a popular choice for a group enjoyment during festive occasions. It's often referred to as Nepali invention and is occasionally featured in modern form of circuses and fairs. Thank you.